Sunday morning, and Dan just left for work not too long ago. He does like Sunday brunch, so he's usually out all day, but I think he's gonna try to get done a little early today so that he can have some time to rest. He's not feeling too good, but I have a lot of stuff to do, and instead of getting up and doing it as soon as he woke me up, I've been watching YouTube videos, which has led me to this. So I've decided I'm going to do just a day together, see what I eat, see what I've been doing, talk a little bit about some things that have been developing. For those of you who think girls wake up and look ultra pretty, this is what happens. Like, no one wakes up and looks cute. I really need to wash my hair. I really need to do like some face mask stuff. Sundays are my days where I catch up on everything that I've been procrastinating on all week. So like, for example, there's a ridiculous amount of house cleaning that needs to get done. I need to vacuum the floor. I absolutely need to finish laundry and put it away. But it's also a day that I take care of myself. So I do like meal prep and stuff. I'm probably going to go to the county farmers market with Sam later. So I'll take you guys along with for that if we do that. And then like just like face masks, and I've changed my workout schedule around a little bit. You guys know I do 4 days on, 3 days off. So I'll do 2 days, break, 2 days. And then usually it's Monday, Tuesday, break Wednesday, because I have dance class Wednesday night. And then Thursday, Friday. But since I started this new job, I have been using, my hand is so shaky. I've been using their gym just because I have an hour lunch. So it just makes sense to work out during my hour lunch, and it kind of makes it so that I'm not thinking about it after I get home, and I don't have to wake up as early every day. But I have class on Fridays. So they've been kind enough to let me just take class in the middle of my workday, and that's 4 hours of my 8-hour workday. I don't want to take an additional hour to go work out too. So what I've done is now I'm working out Sunday, Monday, rest day Tuesday, workout Wednesday along with the dance class. So by Thursday I'm usually exhausted, but Thursday's my last workout day, and usually my last workout day is shoulders and abs. So it's not crazy. Like if I'm exhausted, I can still do it because I'm not using the larger limbs of my body for a lot of it. So that way Friday I really don't have to worry about it. So workouts will be part of today, cleaning, you know, my regular gist day. Updates, life updates. I feel like I owe you guys, not owe you guys, but I feel like I haven't been able to explain a lot and talk through a lot with you guys. I put up a new podcast episode not too long ago, so definitely go check that out because the podcast will be developing into something bigger in the next, I'll say, couple weeks. I have to do some things for Iridescent Stories as well, my crystal shop, get some things up in the shop, drop off some packages, but it's Sunday, so I probably can't do that now that I think about it. You know, just do life stuff. So thanks for following me around for the day. Let's get started. Love you too. So, info, right? I'll give you guys some info. Take a seat. That's not quite right. I don't have my tripod with me, can you tell? So we're gonna use a notebook, and it's gonna be alright, and I'm gonna stop looking at the viewfinder. So I just got off the phone with my dad. He's in Florida right now with my brothers. We just recently went with him. Me, my sister, and one of my brothers just recently went with him not too long ago. Also, he's, I don't even want to say considering, because considering is like too small of a word. He's really, 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 really thinking about moving to Florida. And that would mean it would be him and most likely both of my brothers moving to Florida as well. And he's really excited about it, so he's been going back and forth looking at different places to live and different towns, really figuring out what he wants his move to be when he gets there. But it's funny because what started all of this was actually me. I've been thinking about moving to Florida for about a year now. I mean, my first time going out there to look at neighborhoods and stuff was in May of last year. We're coming up close. We're in March already, which is crazy. But I don't know, living in Pennsylvania is nice. Like, I like Pennsylvania. I like being able to be so close to my family, but not quite like living down the street from them. But I'm not one for winter. It really, really, really destroys me. It makes my seasonal depression is so bad. And it just doesn't help anything. And for me, dates, I hold a high importance to dates. I'm very rigid about it. And I've always been like that. Like, I've always been someone who really enjoyed holidays. Even when I was in like 5th grade relationships, like anniversaries were like a big thing to me. Like, dates are just really big for me. And most of the time it's been a good thing. But since my mom passed, it's been kind of rough and negative. So like, the day that she went into the hospital every year is a terrible day for me. You know, the day that she passed every year is obviously a very terrible day for me. And then, so that starts September, like the end of September. She passed in October. And then holidays start coming up. You get like Thanksgiving, you get Christmas. And then after that, like, there's my birthday, which just doesn't feel the same without her. And then there's her birthday, because her birthday was only a few days after mine. And in between our birthdays, there's Valentine's Day. So from like the end of September to the end of February, which is a really long fucking time, almost 6 months, is always really, really difficult for me to begin with. It's always really difficult for me in terms of my mental health and just like my motivation to get things done. So adding winter to that, adding shorter days, adding darkness and cold and not being able to go out. And, you know, for me, sometimes what's best for me when I'm in a funk is just being able to jump in my car and drive around with music playing. And I just, A, don't get the motivation to do so when it's cold outside, but also B, like with the snow and ice and all that fun stuff, 9 times out of 10 can't just quick jump in my car and go. Even if there's not something on the ground, I still have to warm up my car. I don't know, winter's been really difficult for me. Like, really, really difficult. So last spring, I started to think about moving to Florida. Dan and I went out there to kind of look at the area for a bit. We went to look at West Palm, which I loved, and decided that for our family, like our little unit, it just wasn't the right time to make big moves because there were still things that we needed to address here at home. So we stayed, but it kind of jump-started my dad to move out there, which is really awesome because I think that in different ways this time, winter time and the anniversaries of everything, it affects him and he needs a fresh start, so he's been looking at it out there. But it's hard for me because in my soul I still really want to go. So now next winter I'm gonna have winter, but I'm gonna have winter and my family's not gonna be here for it. So I don't know, there's a big part of me that still really wants to move to Florida and like is hoping that we can figure everything out on our end, like not finish, but like I hope by fall of 2019 we can feel comfortable with what and how we are leaving things behind here and be able to move out to Florida as well. I just don't think that I am going to be able to make it through another winter in the like Northeast. I don't think that it's good for me and my mental health. And like, oh, I'm starting to cry. When I had went out with my dad and my sister and my brother to help him look at stuff, when was it? January. It was January. It was literally 8 degrees here and 80 degrees there. And I remember like getting on the plane. Obviously I was excited, so like I was just trying to blow off how cold it was walking from my car to, you know, the airport. I was trying to pretend like it was actually still daytime out, because time-wise it should have been, but realistically it was dark and gloomy outside. And you know, you take the flight a couple hours later, and just getting off the flight and stepping outside to go catch like the shuttle to go get our rental car, I felt like I was cured. Like, that's all I needed. I didn't need food. I didn't need to talk to anyone. It wasn't even like the weather was beautiful out. Like, by that time it was close to being evening, so it was getting like more mild, but it just felt so good. And I was only there Friday, Saturday, we left Sunday, so it's not like I was there for a long time, and I legitimately felt cured. I legitimately felt like this is the life that I was supposed to be living, because I didn't feel like the month was holding me back. Whereas here, like in any given moment, I feel like I'm not living my life to its fullest because of the time of the year, and I feel like that's just like the hardest thing ever. So it's like bittersweet talking to my dad on the phone, because I'm so excited for him, and it makes it so real for him, but then it makes it so real for me that like this was my idea that I was planning to do for myself, and now I'm like the only one in my family that's not actually doing it. So with all of that being said, it is 11:11, and so far what I've gotten done is I've spoken to my dad on the phone. We do it every day, twice a day. And written my to-do list in the notebook that you guys are propped up in right now, my gist list, and ordered the filters for my fridge. I didn't realize how much of a pain in the ass that was going to be. I thought it was just going to be real quick. I don't know where the filters go, even though I was the one who put the filters in when we moved in. I forgot, so I had to like empty out our refrigerator and look for the filters so that I could figure out what filters I needed so that I could order the filters. And this is why I never live with a fancy fridge that does the ice and water shit, because that's just, I just need a cold box to keep my food cold. But, so it's 11:11. I am going to start getting ready to go. I'm going to meet Sam at her house at 12, and then we're going to go to the market. So one big thing for me, no matter where I'm going, whether it's the grocery store, the market, just out to shop in general, I won't go shopping on an empty stomach, or at least I try not to, because then obviously, you know, you spend with your stomach, and you spend a lot more than you should, and you end up buying shit that you can eat right then and there that's probably not the best for you, especially going to the market. I don't know who here watching this has been to Philly or lives in Philly, but the Lancaster County Market is like a smaller version of the Reading Terminal Market, but it's still like on and poppin'. So there's a lot to get there, and there's a lot of ways to screw up and just throw down with food in the moment. And I would rather spend that money on food that I can meal prep for the week. So I meal prepped some breakfast muffins that I'm going to eat. I'll probably make myself a shake to take with me to the market so that I can drink it while I'm there. I'm going to throw a hair mask in my hair and just throw on a wig so that I can have my hair mask on all day but still like walk around and stuff. I don't know. Let's get that done first, and then we can chat a little bit more. Okay? Go team! Alright, so I'm a veggie hater, so to me, like, I feel like these look absolutely disgusting, but they are bomb.com. So, they're egg muffins. I take egg and spinach and I blend them together, and then I pour them into the muffin cups, and then I add in chopped cheese and chopped meats. So, like, this one has bacon and boiled ham in it. So I just literally, I take these, I obviously take off the foil, and microwave them for a little bit, so like the cheese and the meats are warm and the eggs are warm and everything like melts together, and then I throw down 2 every morning, and they're bomb.com and so freaking good for you and so easy. I never want to hear an excuse about breakfast ever. Alright, so I'm just gonna get these started. So this is one of my wig babies. I'm not sure if I've ever done a YouTube video with one of these on. Like I said, I'm only throwing her on so that I can have a hair mask in my hair while I'm actually out in public. So I didn't actually really do much work in terms of like putting down my edges or like working with the part or anything, because I just threw a hat on. But I have about three, I would say I have 3 or 4. I just had a whole shipment come in and I returned a bunch, so I don't actually remember if I kept any. I don't know. I only have a couple of wigs, and I've kind of just gotten them all from beauty supply shops, so nothing crazy serious so far. My friend Courtney introduced me to them. She does them kind of just to be able to change things around, and as some of you guys may know, I used to have like crazy rainbow hair often. Like I unicorned it out crazy. Every time the color faded, I would go back to my stylist and she would work her magic and do different colors, and like never damaged my hair. Like it was never like I was abusing my hair. But I have thinning hair because of like genetics and medical stuff. So as time has passed, I kind of decided to stop doing it, because in the beginning it was empowering to like do something that I knew would draw attention to me, even though my hair, or lack thereof, is one of my biggest insecurities. But then it got worse and worse, and like, I don't know, I really struggle with it now. And I've been doing a lot of work. Like I did a video on hair thinning hacks, and this stuff topic has absolutely changed my life, because in those thinning parts I'm able to put those hair fibers and it doesn't look as crazy. But for me, like, just the volume, the density of my hair, honestly, is just like not there anymore. So what started off as getting fun wigs for me, just to kind of be able to continue changing my looks without dyeing my hair a lot. Like I have this one, I have a short purple one, I have a long like teal one, like my shirt almost. What started off as like just something to do for fun and just kind of playing around in the wig world turned into, I think now I'm getting a little bit more serious about it, because I think pretty soon I'm going to have to resort to using wigs and toppers and such, because my hair loss is so bad. So I've been wearing these wigs more often, just kind of get myself used to it, so that when the time comes where I'm actually wearing a wig regularly, I don't feel too weird. So going out in public and having people look at me, because I know for a lot of people, when they're using wigs for actual like hair loss reasons, one of their biggest things is like they feel judged because they feel like people can tell. So I feel the more I get used to it now, before I'm in that place, the better. But I'm getting pretty close to that place, so I've actually been looking at going to a place that actually customizes a unit and, you know, works with my hairline, and having, you know, putting down a few $100s and having an actual piece made for me to wear on a day-to-day basis, just so that I feel more comfortable. I'm not saying my thinning hair has been beating me up. I'm not going to say like I don't feel it, be empowered, you're going to be okay. There's a lot that I'm still working on. There's a lot that I figured out and already worked on. There's a lot that I'm still working on, and of course, as I get used to things, as I gain my confidence back, it continues to get worse, so it's always a battle. But now I, even like at work, whereas before I was going around, I was with kiddos, I was walking around the schools all day, walking around the community all day. Now I'm at a desk, and people pass my desk all the time, and that's just a lot of people walking behind me, and I'm sitting in a chair, so they're seeing me from above, and like that kind of stuff distracts me from my day-to-day work, you know? So it's stuff that I've really been thinking about. Then of course there's the other end, where I just started this job full of people that I don't really know, and my social anxiety is telling me not to get a wig, because then what are they going to say? So I'm working on it, but I do think I'm going to get a customized piece, and obviously when I go through that process, I will take you guys with me, and then that way I can do a fun color and just let it be my everyday color, and bring that part of my personality back, bring that unicorn hair back, but also kind of bump my confidence a little bit. I think I'm at the point now where I've accepted my hair thinning and my hair loss. I think now it's just a point of trying to find ways that I can live happily with it, because I definitely have a lot of days where I spend a lot of time trying to do my hair, and it just pisses me off to the point where I wash my hair as a reset. Like I'll rinse out my hair, I'll wash my hair as a reset and just say fuck it and let it go, because I feel defeated by it. and I don't want to start my days with defeat anymore. I think I would rather start my day knowing that I have a tangible thing that equates to an addition to my confidence, like having this unit and looking at it and knowing, you know, I'm going to put this on. And that's a terrible thing to like feel attached to, but knowing I'm going to put this thing on and that one worry is going to be gone because I know this will fix it. So yeah, just a little tidbit, but it's about time to start heading out to Sam's now. I'm going to take you guys with me to the market. We're going to get some goods. I'm probably going to do the muffins for breakfast this week. Usually I like move back and forth between muffins and loaded oats, which I already have all the stuff for here. All right, so I just got home from grocery shopping. It's 3:30. Yikes. Unfortunately, I didn't think things through, and neither did Sam. The market is closed on Sundays. It's run by majority Amish people, so duh. But I still went grocery shopping and got a bunch of stuff, so I think what I'm going to do is breakfast, I'll either have muffins or loaded oats, and then lunch I'm going to do my regular like rice bowl. So I do rice, lean meat or lean turkey, beans, peppers. I think that might be it. Sometimes I throw in like scrambled eggs. And then for dinner, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do chicken Alfredo, but with spaghetti squash instead. And this will be my first time making spaghetti squash, like not already pre-made. Does that make sense? Like sometimes you could get the zoodles or the spaghetti squash like already put into like a plastic container with the plastic wrap. That's usually what I do. This is the first time I actually went. Let me see if I can find it. I can't find it. I actually went and bought the spaghetti squash itself. So it should be interesting. I've heard horror stories about making spaghetti squash the wrong way, so hopefully I do it the right way. But yeah, and then I just got like a bunch of fruit. So I got strawberries, I got blueberries, I got cuties. So I am going to start putting away groceries now and start meal prepping lunch and dinner. Let me see, can I do this? Because Nala's trying to love on me and I want to love her back. I'm going to be doing meal prep for lunch and dinner now and just putting the rest of my groceries away. I have to finish laundry. I started laundry up, but I didn't finish it yet. So I have to finish laundry, and Dan actually got cut from work because it's snowing outside. And he's not feeling too great like I had said, so he'll be home soon. So Sunday will kind of change from self-care to like us care and doing stuff together. I'll probably make us some dinner tonight. Thinking pork chops would be really great. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna start cooking. I'll show you guys the snow. The snow looks crazy. Here, please hold. Don't mind my dead and dying orchid. I'm really working hard on getting it back, but it's snowing crazy outside. It just hasn't stopped snowing, to be honest. So, like I said, meal prepping, putting food away, finish laundry, hang out with Dan for a little bit because I do miss him. So I'm gonna make some dinner. Maybe we'll do some Netflix and chill. Not to make that sound dirty, that's not what I meant. I meant literally laying down and watching Netflix together. But yeah, that's about it. I do have to work out, so I'm going to take you guys with me to the gym later on if I can make it to the gym, because now that it's snowing, I really don't drive in the snow. She's sniffing my ear. I really don't drive in the snow. I have a little bit of driving anxiety from a pretty bad car accident I had gotten into when I just got my license. Of course, it was snowing. So either you will see, you see this? Either you will see a workout at the gym, or I'll do a home workout and I'll show you guys that. But I gotta go for now because my cats are throwing my groceries off the counter. Alright, so I just tried to leave for the gym because I looked outside. I was like, oh, that's not bad, not too much snow. But then I went outside and it was a lot more snow than I thought it was going to be. So we are going to head into my office and just do a chest and tricep day via home gym, because I still do a lot of my home workouts from when I was coaching, and change stuff around and like make my own workouts. Dan makes a lot of workouts for me, and that is how I stay on track, even though outside looks like that, because I don't need a gym to get fit. You know what I'm saying? So let's do this. Alright peeps, it's like 8:30 maybe, and I'm done already. I did the laundry, did all the meal prep, cleaned the floors, actually cleaned the couch as well. Dan did get out early, so we did a little Wendy's break. He brought home Wendy's after work, watched some Game of Thrones, which was nice. I think I'm just gonna settle in now, finish my night with my Sunday tarot pull, kind of get a look into my week, and then close out with some meditation and pajama yoga, because I'm in my unicorn fuzzies. But thank you for hanging out with me for the day. We've got a lot coming up, you guys. Like I said, the podcast is going to be making a little bit of a change. There's going to be a lot more on the podcast, a lot more on YouTube, pulling more so away from the blog and Instagram. Yeah, that's about it. So of course, if you ever think of something that you want to see here on this channel that will help you, motivate you, maybe you have a question, let me know. You can comment it down below. You can send it to me on Instagram, casey.annrose. Whatever you need to do, I'm here for you guys. But I am pretty tired. I am really looking forward to my reading, and I'm ready to close out this Sunday and see what this week has for me. So happy March. Happy Sunday. You're probably not watching this on Sunday, but you know, snowy night sleep time. Good night, guys.